Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's been a while, my voice has recovered. I think. December 26th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Maya. Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, okay. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go off without after questioning. Ooh. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something? Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Don't worry, I'm a lawyer. Must be nice, Nick. You could just you could just show this to anyone and say I'm a lawyer. Spirit mediums, well, I don't know. With your clothes, I bet at least some people would recognize you. But these are medium in training clothes. I wonder if I'll ever be a proper medium. My mother. Now that I've shown her the picture, I'm not so sure it was the right thing to do. No, I'm pretty sure it was the wrong thing to do. Fresh out of ideas. Sorry, fresh out of ideas. Isn't that the enlarged photo Lotta was talking about? Uh-huh. Huh. It's nice and big, but you really can't see the faces any clearer, can you? I want to see Gordy, too! If he really exists. Well, I'd say a photograph is pretty good proof. Once this trial is over, let's get some fishing poles and go down to the lake. Even if there is a monster in the lake, fishing poles sound like a bad idea. So the markings on this bullet and the barrel of the pistol match. Hey, I'm surprised you remembered that. How could I forget after Von Karma rubbed it in so much? So, which one of these are the ballistic markings? I'm not really sure. Mr. Edgeworth's prints are on this pistol, aren't they? Yes, the prints from his right hand. But they must have gotten on there at some time other than the shooting. What? Really? Shooter used his left hand after all. We already have such a big case of evidence after just one trial. Number 26, Wright & Co. Law Offices. It's quiet with nobody around. Right. I have to get Maya out of the detention cell soon. Hey, good. Sorry, a sneeze just crept up on me. Oh, goodness. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene of the crime. Scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kianci. Still don't know how to say that name. If it's supposed to be like Beyonce or something like that, the E would have that Hang on it. I don't know what that's called. I don't know what that's called. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Trial today. Yes, what about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you. You know? Thanks. Now, she heard 2 gunshots, right? But wait, look at the court record. According to this, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. What? How's that possible? Where was the 3rd shot fired? I wonder. Maybe it was a practice shot or something. Maybe you should tell me why Mr. Edgeworth's prints were on the weapon, pal. Huh? How should I know? Yep, it was fired from the murder weapon without a doubt. From a meter away, so it would have to have been from someone else on the boat. What do you make of this, Detective Gumshoe? Hey, making something of things is your job. Right. It's what do lawyers have to do detectives' work for them? Nah, I think it's a little early for you to be so proudly waving that thing around. You can be proud of yourself when you get Mr. Edgeworth declared innocent, pal. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right. He said something about that in the trial today. Hang on. I'm gonna sneeze again. I don't know why. Okay. I stopped. Von Karma, I gave him a really deep voice. Oh my goodness. Oh. There were 2 witnesses. Oh, okay, that's it. I was wondering who that other witness was. But who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You could see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man. I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or 2. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. If you win, maybe. Hey, Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. He said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good a bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure! Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm, they keep it very clean. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. Apparently Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. Well, I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. This is what I really wanted. Damn. Let's come back later. Guess so. Ah, fresh air. I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Hehehe. Misbehaving's much more fun. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. Alrighty. So, nope. Help! Okay. So it's just Gourd Lake. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all! Hey, it's Lotta! Y'all really did it today. What did we do? Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta. So, you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry. I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figured, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. All right, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see... Actually, I got about a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey. I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folk are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what will it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker. I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa, Gordy? But Gordy doesn't... I mean, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right, see y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay. And how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Mm, uh... What's that? The Steel Samurai, Nick? What was the last voice I gave you? You're like the one that switches around the most, because I can't pin a good voice for you. I think I kind of gave him like a stoner voice. He looks like the kind of guy that, like, goes around to all of his friends in high school and like, asks to live in their place for a little bit. Okay. Yo, Maya. Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. It was all, if you, like, put this here, it would be, like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow. That's real impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. I don't want to talk to you. Yo, Nick! What happened with Edgy? Well, we might make it... Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh? Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right. When the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that big thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy. I've had it for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh. And here I thought you had inflated it by yourself. What's this machine? That's a compressor. I use it to fill up that balloon there with air. Huh? Neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Something about the Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? Looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. That's the guy that's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth's out. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Hey, y'all! Well, y'all find anything about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at night time. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't. No sneezing. Achoo! I told y'all no sneezing. Now I'll set up. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It'd trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's not nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh? Whoa, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I could get a career-making photo this time around, and that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. Okay. Oops. You know, I was wondering. Yeah? What if you get a picture of Gordy, and it turns out like this enlargement did? Y'all crazy! A blurry picture like this doesn't make it a hit story. I need a picture that screams, I am Gordy, hear me roar. I can't turn something like this into the paper. What kind of a fool do you think I am? Kind of fool that would turn a blurry picture in as evidence in a murder trial? Not to mention claiming she saw something she didn't see. I'm glad I did that enlargement. No kidding. If we didn't have that, Edgeworth would be in prison now, or worse. There's never a lack of drama when you're on the case, is there, Nick? What are you always on the verge? What? Are you always on the verge of horrible failure like this? Be careful or the stress will send you to an early grave. Thanks for the cheerful message of support. Can't get over the samurai dog. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Good idea. What have I done? Haha, progress. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's going to hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean, again? Whatever. Have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. How is the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. But Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down on Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Eek! You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then, pal? Oh. Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid in your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. I keep going southern. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog, still in training. Missile. Missile. Here, boy. Here he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog. A cute dog? And this will help us how? Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Yeah, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe. We're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know, I might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. Can we borrow a missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him. He's so cute! Oh boy. K9 unit in training. Very cute with shiny eyes. I love him. Missile is a big star in criminal affairs. Why is he named Missile? Huh? Now that you mention it, I'm not sure. But I hear he's aptly named, for what it's worth. He's gonna run away, isn't he? Hey, Nick! Hmm? Missile's been acting strangely. Missile? Oh, right. That little creature of the... It's a dog! Have you never seen an animal before? Have you never seen a dog before? Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. What's wrong, Missile? Eek! Missile! Missile! Whoa, stop that thing! Cannibal, it's eating my samurai dogs! My samurai dogs. Wow, he ate every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry! Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. Ah, gonna have to this time. Look at this dog. Hey, Lotta! Aw, cute. Hey, yours? He's a canine police dog. His name's Missile. Huh? Canines are the ones they use for sniffing, to sniff for things, right? I wonder what Gordy smells like. I hadn't thought about that. Hey, Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute? Keep that mud away from me! What am I gonna tell the big boss? There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, maybe the stand is a front for a mafia money laundering scheme. Maya, I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened. Oh, right. My poor dogs. Hang on. Oh. Said to Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the other things? Hmm? Yeah, sure, pal. But I had to take back the last one I lent you. Department policy. Well, take your pick. Which will it be? Can we borrow that flimsy-looking fishing pole? Sure thing, pal. Oh, if it breaks, be sure to dispose of it properly, okay? Right. Said to Gumshoe's personal fishing pole. Sadly flimsy and a dubious utility. And of dubious utility. Yeah, it's funny. One day I woke up and I wanted a fishing pole. Do you like fishing? I've never gone. I just wanted one so bad I went out and bought one. I've never used it, actually. Must have been one of those midlife crisis things. Oh god, wait. How old are you? Court record, profiles. He's only 30. Not that bad. I'm 65. Deceased. Okay. You know, you can't catch many fish in this lake. I'm not after small fry. I'm after the biggest fry of them all. Gordy. You really gonna try to fish out a monster? To save Edgeworth? Yes. Brings a tear to my eye, in more ways than one. Okay, Nick, this looks like a good spot. A good spot? For what? Time to do some fishing. Be serious. What are you going to use for bait? Oh. Yeah, oh. I figured something like this would happen. We should have brought Missile along with us too. At least then we'd have bait. Nick, how could you? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Some jokes are better left untold. Ooh, she hit me. Okay, watch this, Nick. Just try not to reel any empty cans or boots, okay? Here we go. Ah, my leg. Hey, what are y'all doing? Sorry, Lotta. Don't tell me y'all are on some film company's payroll. Nick, pay her. My poor, poor wallet. Lotta, wait! We're catching Gordy. A fishing pole? Are you out of your doggone mind? Yes, yes, it's a fishing pole. Huh? I never thought of that. Good luck. Thanks. I don't believe it. Oh, God. Okay. I went to the wrong one. I need criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the other things? Sure. Yeah, sure, pal. But I have to have the other one. Borrow the metal detector. Can we borrow that metal detector? Sure thing, pal. Not sure what we're going to find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything! Makes a noise when metallic objects are near. A useful detection device. The Secret Weapons 3. The dog! Look at the dog! Alright. I don't actually know if you guys can see my little pop-ups or not. As you can see, it's a metal detector. We use it for bullets and we use it to look for bullets in the ground. If you can find that monster with it, all the better. I'm not so hopeful. Hey, Lotta, look at this. It's a metal detector. I don't know what it is. Not sure what that's gonna pick up Gordy, though. Unless he's been eating people's watches or spare change or something. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Nick! It's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Nick! Look! Huh? An air tank? Huh, the valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? Something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags? Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it. It's heavy. An empty air tank. The valve is open and a banner of flags is wrapped around it. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Say, is this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? Just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there. Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? That big puffy steel samurai. Now why would you go ask me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always use was on the fritz. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And, didn't go so well. As I expected. It didn't go so well? Yeah. Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on! Look, it's embarrassing, so I don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then... the valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. And I took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. See, I tried to use this tank to fill up the samurai. I was attaching the tank when it happened. My poor deflated steel samurai with it. Man, what a sight that was. I wish I could have seen it. Me too. So the tank of the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away? What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. 20th? A week ago? Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kiansi gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. Took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. Not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Yep, I'd say I know exactly squat about that. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lotta. There's no such thing as Gordy. Well, what? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy don't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Of course I have proof. No lawyer with his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Hmm? Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here. A hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the air. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. Bang? The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Poor Lotta. So tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. A boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah. The night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know? Wait, so you have another photo? Well... yeah, but there's nothing in it at all. Just the lake. I figure it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but... here, take it. There's an empty lake taken automatically on the 24th at 11:50 p.m. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. Legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry. Familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Number 26, Caretaker Shack. Meg? That you? Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been word sick. Nick, you handle this. Yeah, I think I'll leave this one to you, Maya. Meg? Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello? Hello? What? Nick, what was that? A parrot. The one on that perch. Hey? Yes. I'll leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, what's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello? Hello? Squawk! Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We could sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa. What, talk about murders? Aw, you're a party pooper, Nick. Fishing pole looks expensive. Oh, there's lots of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Wow, he has a television in here, too. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny he doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like this. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me. What, you forgot, Meg? Gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly. How you been? Hello, hello, squawk. See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. Too bad all she could say is hello. Ha ha ha. Oh, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly! Squawk! Cute. Mine's found a new friend. Pasta shop? Yep. To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know. So that makes you two the third generation. Meg. Yes? Tomorrow we'll be starting with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't it pasta from Italy? Meg! Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course, everyone knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though, now that you mention it, we haven't got many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come and say, yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats. That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. This old man is the witness tomorrow, right? Gotta find some way of getting information out of him. Yeah, memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. All right. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. Look, a little safe. Blocked. Hello, isn't here, Keith? Remember that tri-color pasta we were talking about? Our rainbow holy. I figured out the last color we should use. Indigo blue. Indigo blue? That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. Detective Gumshoe isn't here. Now that you mention it, didn't he say he had a meeting to go to? Ah, that's right. Let's come back later. Ah. That a large badge? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. Ah, get it. Huh? Well, yep. Got you figured out now. You're not Keith! Nick! Now's our chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please, help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say... You too, Meg? Yes? Yeah. You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was you wanting to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello. What? Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? He fell asleep. Yep, I seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes. It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Yep. The other night, out on the lake. Yes. I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all, I forgot the time, but it was probably it was pretty dark outside. Probably not. Yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang. So I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! A little while later, this boat comes back. And a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yup. What did he say? Yup. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. We need to know earlier than that. You know what? Yeah. Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing on his face. Must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful info out of this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Squawk! Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6! Squawk! What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister, I mean Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? You have to figure out who that old man is. Oh! What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. This was really helpful. Really? You seem surprised. Huh? No, not at all. Glad it worked out for you. What's that? Parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What? We saw this. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be... You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it appears as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. Haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds pretty suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider to open the file again. I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we face Edgeworth's past. It probably wanted me to talk to him before I presented the parrot. So that's fine. Wow. It's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff, quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Well, first I'd have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? This is the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now. Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. Survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it! Gregory Edgeworth. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. But he was in the elevator with his father. From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been suicide. Ugh. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. Sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a subject in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond? The victim in our case? Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. Still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 file. Right. Okay, so what did we take? Location, elevator, district courthouse. Aaron elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Gregory Edgeworth, defense attorney trapped in elevator, returning from a lost trial with son. Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in heart. Murder weapon was fired twice. Yanni Yogi, age 37. Court bailiff, trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Right. It's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Thank God I don't have to worry about Larry. Yet. 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty. I have a glass of water so that my voice doesn't give out in the middle of this trial. I need to survive this trial. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karmer, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so? Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand. That mysterious boat shop owner. Witness. State your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you're in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. But I've predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He cannot recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear this testimony then, shall we, witness? The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual, and I heard bang, yep. I looked out the window, and I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright. What do you say? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. It was the night of the 24th. Just after midnight. Yep. Just after midnight, you say? Yep. Just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure. Yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it. Clearly, I did. Yep. You see? Continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Is there anyone who could verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Man, I heard a bang. Yup. It'll just become goofy soon because of the yups. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yup. Good. Continue. And I looked out the window and I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup. But you couldn't see them clearly? Yup. At the time, that is. At the time. And I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yup. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yup, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me, and I saw him. It's a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Dead certain, Keith! He said, I can't believe he's dead. He was walking by, too.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy!
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor! We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
Judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said I can't believe he's dead. But his words is all we have. If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony's a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I could do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please? We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. Over 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
Court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Me!
Huh?
What?
Me? Oh no! No!
Larry!
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I just can't sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, we've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth is just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now!
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to stay in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night? Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right?
Yeah, a lot of things.
You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh.
When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15!
Everything's on Larry now. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right. Leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. But Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
The night of the murder. That night, I went on a boat on the... I went in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Night of the murder. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin.
Ah,
Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I, found it. Looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped back to the dock. Slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Yeah, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Just I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know?
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts.
Whoa! Everyone just calm down, okay? I mean, it was really foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Heard a single gunshot. Lot is disposition. I heard two gunshots I heard two sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts.
What?
You only heard one gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What?
Order! Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Your Honor, please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Botts. Please give your testimony. Be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Leave it to me.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. What Larry heard.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
Listening to your radio at a high volume.
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
Truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough. It is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway. What this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve.
So you turned on the radio?
Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice. You know? I don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve? Alone? I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see?
Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness is listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
I was listening to it real booming loud, like.
Real booming loud?
Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yup.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No. No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask,
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma is right. Not sure how that helped us at all.
This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
There's something the matter, Mr. Wright. Your Honor.
Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas!
Yeah!
Perfect. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera.
December 25th, 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this.
This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lana Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear!
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if there is any.
Is it the Gordy article again? Because the whole thing...
Mr. Wright, is that a smirk I see?
Your Honor. Sorry, I really what? Okay.
Don't show us evidence you aren't confident in. Oh, okay. I'll ask you again.
Okay, it was the gun. I was right the first time. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! Huh? I remember the case with the Steel Samurai. Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch me and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So you finally realized the truth? That there can be no other murderer here than Miss Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown to be the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat. Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photograph says 0:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer, then.
The murderer's name. Right. It's... Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
But the judge, where the murder really took place. Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the seat of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he just returned a boat?
The boat shop? Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth, on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. That is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker. Quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. That letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was.
Your
Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either!
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
December 27th, 1:22 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No. There's little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Save my progress. Why, of course. There we go. We made it through!
Oh, damn. I realized something. Oh, damn.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do this trial again. That sucks, though. That really does suck. I forgot to go into OBS settings. Damn it, why does this keep happening? Okay. So this video is going to be laggy. More than likely. Man, I hate that OBS fucking does this. OBS is such a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay. Next time, it won't be so laggy. It's mostly still images for the most part anyway, so it's not that big a deal.
unlike like an FPS or an action game or something like that, but it still sucks. It still sucks. Fuck. Thank you for watching, especially if you got this far and stick around, because there's a lot more to come.